Hey guys, welcome back on the channel and happy new year, happy 2024, since this is the first video I'm doing this year. And to start it, I thought, how about making a video about one of the biggest players in DeFi, PancakeSwap. So in here, I'm going to show you, it's sort of a walkthrough. I'm going to walk you through what PancakeSwap offers other than traditional trading and swapping of tokens. I'm focusing here on this video more on the passive income side of things. How can you provide liquidity? How can you stake? What benefits you get from that? And other things to consider if you are looking at DeFi at this moment in time and you don't really know where to get started. Well, let me tell you something. The DeFi side of things, or the DeFi part, which is safer, so to say, if there's anything such as safer in crypto, is the biggest DEXs. Okay, why? Because they have been battle tested. Also, PancakeSwap, they do audits on a regular basis. They did audits for the past year 2023. They did multiple audits throughout the year, so it's one of the biggest DEXs for a reason, because they have tight security, and how often they do audits also gives more reassurance to users. That being said, when you're providing liquidity to any protocol whatsoever, you are exposing yourself to risk, because now there's the risk of something happening within the protocol, like hacks, exploits, etc. Things like these are common in DeFi. Big players are affected by this, so these are things that I'm just sharing with you, just so that you are aware of the risks. All right, that being said, it's still by far one of the best opportunities for passive income. It pays you percentages that are nowhere to be seen in traditional finance, but by far traditional finance doesn't even come close to what we can get on DeFi at this moment in time, because basically big institutions, the big money has not yet flown into DeFi, because DeFi is a new technology. So this is a moment in time where the people who want to be pioneers, yes, there will be risk, but there's also going to be big rewards. And on the safer side of things, like I said, it's PancakeSwap along with others, because they have been battle tested. They have been since forever in DeFi. They experienced bull runs, bear markets. They've been through it all, and yet here they are, still to this day, operating and with plans to grow. Right now, this was a brief introduction I wanted to do, just to share with you, if you're a newcomer to DeFi, especially, that yes, there are risks, and you should be aware of those. Okay, that being said, there are much more riskier plays in DeFi other than this. That's why I started by saying this is on the safer side of DeFi. All right, now, for backing what I'm telling you, let me go back here on DeFi Llama. So ranks by fees and revenues. These are the top DEXs ranked by fees and revenues. First, Uniswap. By far, Uniswap has been a huge player. The second, PancakeSwap. So second biggest DEX, the last 24 hours. The fees generated through PancakeSwap are a little bit under $1 million. So that's a lot, right? So it goes to show you how much potential there is for earning passive with PancakeSwap. Let's go back also here. I wanna show you the last year revenue, so that you have an idea if you wanna just provide liquidity for a year, for example, or stake for a year. So these are the average fees for the past year. Average fees over $13.5 million, and the average fee revenue. Where is user fees, cumulative fees? I'm looking for the revenue that was paid to users, to holders. Revenue 30 days, average fees. Okay, so revenue for the past year, over 54 million for PancakeSwap. Now, this means that this amount of money was paid to people that support PancakeSwap by providing liquidity, by staking their tokens, etc. Okay, so that's the potential. This is shared with the people who are investing with them, the supporters, depending on how big your share of a liquidity pool is, how many tokens you are also staking, for how long, etc. And this is coming both from the fees being generated by the platform. So when you go on PancakeSwap, for example, you probably already know this, but like I said, I'm doing this also for newbies. There's the swap side of things where people just go and swap tokens. And since this is the biggest, it's the second biggest in DeFi, it's the biggest on Binance Smart Chain, there's a ton of tokens there. And there's a ton of liquidity pools, and there's a ton of fees being generated, because when you swap, you pay gas fees. When you stake here with them, you pay gas fees. When you add liquidity, you pay gas fees. So all of those fees add up, and part of them is used to pay to users. That's the difference here between, that's correlation, that's something else I want to show you. That's the difference here between fees and revenue. Fees are the fees paid on the platform. Revenue is what is being paid to users who are providing liquidity. Okay, so you know where the money is coming. Also, I'm pretty sure there's also a part of this revenue that it's coming from PancakeSwap incentives. But there's probably more information on that on their tokenomics, but I'm not going to go full on in depth here. I'm just going to give you a walkthrough with their dashboard and get you acquainted with all this terminology, what is showing you here on screen. Okay, so this is where the money is coming from. How can you earn passive income? Now, first thing you should know, Cake, the token Cake is currently at around $3.20. All-time high was $40 like 2 years ago or something like that on the last bull run. So there's a lot of potential for it to grow. I'm not sure if it will reach all-time high or break all-time high. Highly likely. Like I said, when big money, big corporations come into DeFi, it's highly likely. But I believe it can be outperformed by other protocols, newer protocols, layer 2s, etc. But that's a topic for another time. Now, PancakeSwap is ruled by Pancake token because you're getting paid in cake. Whatever pool you decide to provide liquidity, and for the sake of exampling here, let's go with Cake BNB, the first pair that shows here. It's a very solid pair. I'll go into that in a second. APR currently is 77% for the people who have this boost. And this boost is one of the many benefits that people who stake Cake get. Okay, so in order for you to have a yield booster, you have to have an active vCake staking position for activating that boost. If not, you get the APR that is scratched here. All right, this is the let's say it's the base APR, and this is for the people who are staking Cake. They get this boost because PancakeSwap likes to see that people support it, and if you support by buying the token and staking it, the more you stake, and the longer you stake, the bigger your APR boost will be. So that's something you need to assess for yourself, how much you want to get into Cake, how much you have to invest. So you gotta, instead of just putting everything here on a liquidity pair, maybe you should put something into Cake to get some boost here, and then the rest on the liquidity pool. This is just an example, of course. This is not financial advice, but it's an example of many strategies that you can come up with. Now, also, you will be paid in Cake whenever you provide liquidity. Here you will be able to harvest Cake whenever you want, and with that Cake you can either go ahead and stake it, or you can sell it for profit, or you can even compound it by buying more BNB here and splitting the Cake that you harvested in between Cake and BNB. So with half you buy BNB, and then you add more liquidity to the pool. That's one of the examples of what you can do. Although if you decide to do that, you should be very aware of impermanent loss. Okay, so that's the other topic I want to or something I want to address here with you very quickly. So I did a video on that topic of how can you avoid impermanent loss, and the answer is the correlations matrix. So you see I added cake here on the line, and there's BNB on this top column, and you see that they have a number when they cross in the matrix, which is 0.8. The higher this number is, the lighter the green color it is, and you see for ETH BTC it's even better, it's 0.91. But what this number means is that they move very much together when the price moves. Okay, so the price for both BNB and cake, when they go up, usually they both go up. When one goes down, the other also usually goes down along. So they pretty much move together in price, and that's very important for you to avoid impermanent loss. So you can see here 0.8 score gives you a pretty good idea that impermanent loss is not all that much of an issue with these two tokens. So if you want to provide liquidity with this pair, it's going to be a solid one, because impermanent loss won't hit you as much. If anything, it will hit you much less than with others. But again, since impermanent loss is a real concern, that's why these APRs are huge. And if you start with, let's say, $1,000 today, by the end of the year, if this APR would stay the same, you would have in profit $770, right? But this APR moves all the time. I can tell you, like a couple of weeks ago, it was over $100, over 100%. So it was triple digits. It was at around 150, something like that, around Christmas time. So it's crazy. And since this is a very solid pair, I expect it to also, the APR, keep on dropping, because whenever people see these solid pairs, usually they take their harvesting profits and they will reinvest into the pool. Okay, so that's another thing. So you can see stake liquidity here is over 12 millions, almost $13 million, which is huge. And stake liquidity also impacts the APR. So let's say there's some news that are good, favorable to cake and BNB, and people go and buy. So some investment announcement, something like that. So people go and buy because there's bullish news. The AP, and then they stay here on the LP. The APR will drop because there's more people staking. There's more competition for for the earnings that this is providing. Okay, so that's why also is important for you to have that boost instead of just having the stable yield percentage. All right, so that's also another thing you should consider. Of course, at the same time, if there's some news in the market that might cause the price of cake and BNB to drop, usually you'll see stake liquidity just to shrink, and less competition, higher APR. Okay, so it will fluctuate throughout the year depending on market and whatever news come up, but it's something usual in DeFi. If everything goes to plan, and if the market keeps growing, there's more money going into DeFi, and if that is what's happening, I would expect this APR to keep on dropping. Okay, because like I said, also people harvest cake, they can buy more into the liquidity pool, more competition. Also, you can use the cake that you earn here with cake staking. That's also an idea. It will give you the boost, yes. So, but other things as well. So we'll add your cake stake here. You choose the locking duration. The bigger your stake and the bigger your duration, the bigger your amount of V cake will be. What are the benefits of V cake? So this is a new thing, because before you would have the option to stake cake and you would earn more cake for it. Now they switched things up. They have to, as the platform grows, right? And now you get V cake, and with V cake, of course, you can earn cake, you can earn gauges voting, and this is important because it can boost rewards on your favorite farms. So the more VCake you have, the bigger your vote power will be. You can also, like I already mentioned, farm boost your earnings, snapshot voting, IFOs, many more things. So yeah, you have an idea how important cake is. Another option is if you come here on the pools, you stake cake, and what do you get? You can stake here on the earn ACE or earn CSIX. So you stake token to earn each of these tokens. Usually also people harvest from the farms and stake the cake here. So and basically they are earning free tokens, and they are just speculating on the appreciation of this ACE. And the cake stake here, you see, for example, this one ends in 72 days, so the APR is over 12%. This one is ending really soon in 12 days, so the APR is under 1%. But if you wait for this to end, it will start again another season, let's call it that way, for either of these, ACE or CSIX. And whenever that season starts, the APR will be much greater. And you got to take advantage of those early days where the APR is bigger if you want to go for these longer stakings, that is, of course, because your tokens are locked there whenever this is still going, okay? So this is also an option that you have to earn some more with staking your cake. They also have a game aspect now to it. They have a lottery prediction game. They also have like tower defense type of games. I didn't really dig much into it. They have also some sort of cake mayor, something like that. So it's more utility for the token. People who are big into gaming, into tower defenses, for example, they can use the cake token to just buy the in-game currency and get more perks within that game. Of course, you can also earn cake if you are one of the top players of said games, okay? But this is just a brief explanation because I'm not gonna go very much into that into this video. I just want to keep it simple with the options that allow you to earn passively with PancakeSwap. So I guess I got everything covered. If you want to sort it out for example, APR, you will see there are much riskier options because you're more subject to impermanent loss. This is the Marble BNB token pair. This is also really good one. Actually, let me go back here on correlations matrix, add that token and see if they work together or not, because I'm finding that that APR really juicy. So MBX with BNB, yeah, it's not as good as Cake and BNB, but Marble has more potential to outperform Cake, I would say. So yeah, it's not that bad, and paying 200 over 200% APR, so over 0.5% a day, looking really good. The thing is impermanent loss. And if you are going into this, don't suicide compound. Don't take your cake to buy more into the liquidity pool. Just hold your cake or sell for profits. That would be my advice to you, because yeah, huge APR. You don't want to get wrecked by impermanent loss. If you keep suicide compounding, if you take all your rewards and keep on buying into the pool, yes, you can earn big, but you can lose big. You can get your profits shredded with impermanent loss if you do that. Okay, so yeah, just check out whatever's going on here. Pendle BNB, a really nice option. Also, I was just browsing and just got to see it. And yeah, let's jump on here on the correlation and do something with Pendle. Pendle is the token which I am very bullish on. I did a video about Pendle and how their narrative of yield tokenization is unique in DeFi. So Pendle, it's not applicable as of, I think it's bugging. But yeah, nevertheless, you can do that and see for yourself for any token. do that first, because it will give you an idea. If you don't have any idea whatsoever what you're doing, check the correlation between the tokens, check if it's worth it, because it will give you an idea of how are you incurring or potentially incurring in permanent loss. Okay, guys, this is the easy or the beginner guide introduction to PancakeSwap. One more thing before I close. Maybe you're wondering, how do you add liquidity? Very simple, guys. You connect your wallet here, you go onto the pair that you're interested, and then you click this button here, and you will be led to buy the tokens. And you buy the same amount of each token. So you have to buy, let's say you have $100, you buy 50 worth of MBX, and you have 50 worth of USDT, and you will buy that, you will stake it at the same amount, and you are good to go. You should have to go through a couple transactions. The first will be enabling, then buying, staking, confirming, stuff like that. It's gonna be easily half a dozen transactions. So yeah, that's something that, don't worry, it's part of the process. Okay, and yeah, that's what I had for you with PancakeSwap. But before wrapping up, there's not only on the BNB chain action going in plenty other chains here: Ethereum, Polygon, ZK EVM, Base, OPBNB. So yeah, there's a ton. That's why they're one of the bigger players in the game. So there's always opportunities to be checked elsewhere, not only on the chain that you are getting into, but also other chains. And these bigger dexes, they operate in different chains. Okay, so this is Polygon. I just loaded what's happening here on Polygon ZK EVM. Yeah, look at this pair here, Matic ETH, nice APR for these tokens. I know they're solid, they correlate very well, they move very much together in price. USDC ETH, a stable coin and a blue chip. Another USDT ETH paying really nice APRs here. So yeah, very good opportunities, guys, regardless of the network. They are not in every blockchain, but they are in some of the biggest ones. And if you're bullish about PancakeSwap, well, stake with them and stake through them and earn cake. And hopefully cake appreciates in price. If it goes to all-time high, it's easy 10x from here, but we never know. Like DeFi, I don't have a crystal ball, like I said, and DeFi is a wild world. So have that in mind. And yeah, welcome to DeFi. If this is the first time that you're watching something and trying to understand what is PancakeSwap and what you can earn from it, probably I'm gonna do more videos about it to introduce you to bigger protocols on the safer side, like Uniswap also, etc. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'm gonna wrap this one up. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.